What is up, everyone? It is your main man, the satisfied rat, reacting to making $44,000 a year as a sanitation worker in New York City. So, I'm into personal finances. I like investing and making my money go as far as possible. So, I like these videos that CNBC Make It, that is the channel, right? CNBC Make It. I like their videos, right? And they show people's money and how they make it in this economy or whatever. So this is $44,000 a year as a sanitation worker, which is less than I make, and I live in kind of a rural part of Florida. So I'd like to see how this guy makes his money go. New York is expensive.
New York City sanitation has all different walks of life. We have people that came from the stock exchange. We have people that never had a job in their life before this. People stop what they're doing and they end their careers to start up in this career. And there's a reason for that, that there's nothing like a New York City job.
You got it.
Honestly, New York seems like a fascinating place.
My name is Anthony Igneri. I'm 35 years old. I work for the Department of Sanitation of New York City, and I'm set to make $44,000 base salary before overtime.
I wonder if this is one of those things where he's like, oh, before overtime, but he's only getting paid for like 4 hours a day and then the rest is overtime. Because I have no idea. He was saying like, oh, people quit and come and work here all the time, but like $44,000 a year is like his base pay plus overtime. Like that doesn't seem like very much at all. Like
There's a lot of overtime.
It doesn't seem like very much at all here in Florida, let alone in New York
during
City.
the winter with all the snow on the ground.
For 8 hours a day. Winter? What? Is there like a huge increase in trash during the winter?
An average day as a sanitation worker, I wake up at around 4:20, 4:30 in the morning, and then I head into work for 5:30. Change into uniform, out for roll call at 6 a.m.
Just look out for yourselves out in the street, protect your partner, and have a good day. Be safe out there, guys. You got it.
We'll get on the truck.
Ready to go? Ready to go.
We pick up garbage anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a day.
Okay.
From there, we'll come back, we'll go ahead and dump. We have 3 of our dumps. Garbage is right across the street. Metal's down the block on 29th and 3rd. And then our paper dumps over in Staten Island.
So he's only picking up trash 3 to 4 hours a day. Like, what are you doing with the rest of the time? It takes 4 hours to do that?
I grew up in Staten Island, New York. My grandparents did a lot of raising me. My parents both worked 9 to 5s. My father was a New York City taxi driver, and my mother worked for the Department of Trust. My grandfather was a World War II veteran, and when he came back from war, he signed right up for the sanitation test, did well on it, and he did his 20 years and
There was
retired.
a sanitation
He got
test?
until he was 92 years old.
Was it like more complicated back in the day? Like
When
they
I
can call it the
graduated
Department of
college, I got out-
Sanitation all
I
they
got
want. But I mean, all you're doing is picking up trash, right? Like it's not that complicated. You take it, you dump it in there.
At the time, real estate
Maybe you
and
pull the
mortgages.
lever when it gets
I was
full to
working at a broker.
compact it. Not to hate on them. It's an important job, and then it's good for society, and they're doing good stuff and all that. But it's not a complicated job. That's not something it is.
Did about 3 years there. After that, I went into wine imports.
Like I'm not hating on them or anything, right? Like everyone appreciates the garbage men, but it's not complicated. Why is there a test?
And then one day, opening night, March 12th, one of the porters got COVID. It was like the first case on Broadway. And we were letting people in. We had a COVID scare, and we closed down. I can remember sitting at the bus stop and saying to myself, it'll be 2-3 days, I'll be back to work. And one day I see DSNY email. I open it up. Oh, we're hiring, come for a physical. It's just like a new chapter. I remember my eyes lit up. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity.
All right, that makes sense. You gotta have a physical to drive any type of industrial vehicle like that. I mean, my dad's a bus driver. He's got to get a physical every year. And obviously, you're gonna be driving a garbage truck. You should probably have a road test, right? Make sure you can drive the thing safely.
The rain test is a common sense kind of test. Which way does the plow have to be turned, towards the curb? For me, it was a common sense type of test. You pick up some trash cans, you go through some courses. After I passed that, went on for blood work, eye test, hearing, and a body physical. They make sure you can do this manual labor. Prior to coming on to New York City Sanitation, I thought we picked up garbage and plowed the streets. Little did I know there was a lot more to it. We clean up illegal dumping. We clean up after every major parade event in New York. We work hand in hand with NYPD to assist the homeless. We have all our street sweepers for alternate side parking. We keep the streets clean. All the leaves in the fall. It's definitely a tough job. We work for every penny. There are a lot of risks. We're driving in Brooklyn with bikers and carriages and people walking and jogging. We're out there at 6 a.m. By the time the sun's coming up, 7, 8 o'clock, those streets are completely packed. We have mirrors all over the truck. We have a thing called Vision Zero. Our eyes are everywhere on the road. We can't make a turn without checking the mirrors 10 times. People don't see us, we need to see them. So it's an extremely dangerous job. Also, when you're picking up garbage, there can be anything in there. It's filthy. Needles and nails are the two major things that are gonna prick you and hurt you and stuff like that. Currently, New York City Sanitation is my least paying job, but in the long run, it's gonna be my highest paying job.
Okay. Is he saying it's the highest paying? Is he's gonna get a pension?
The feeling of being safe and knowing that this is a job that you're almost guaranteed to be in to retirement is a good feeling for anybody, for that matter. I don't look at it as gross. I grew up here, born and raised. I've been to other parts of the world that are a lot worse than this. I think we do a phenomenal
Like where?
job
San
on,
Francisco?
taking care of our streets, and I think we're only going to get better as a department. My advice to anybody out there that's looking to become a New York City sanitation worker, go for it. Take the test. I believe it's a great opportunity for anybody out there.
You know, I was kind of hoping he would get into how he spends that money or whatever, because that's not a lot to survive off of. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, but that's kind of what I was hoping for. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Link to the original down below. Peace.